Hi everyone, my name is Idil and welcome to my kitchen. I'm very excited to share this recipe with you. We're making GuacMus, which is basically a combination of guacamole and hummus, and both of them, they really go really well together. Guacamole adds like a brightness, a lightness to the whole hummus dish. This is a great tip, you can make it for your friends. I think it's very creative and I think it's super fun to make too. So first of all, I'm going to start by making the hummus. And I have a couple tricks to make my hummus as soft and silky as possible. So what I do is I'm using canned chickpeas because it saves me a lot of time. But I'm going to, although these are cooked, I'm going to cook them for an additional 20 minutes, which will make them more silky, more softer. So here I have some water, which is about to come to a boil. And I'm adding 400 grams of chickpeas. So that's like 800 grams in a can, but when it's drained, it's 400. And I'm adding some baking soda, about ½ a teaspoon of baking soda. And this will help make it a little bit smoother and softer as well. So I'm going to let that boil for about 15 minutes. And here I have another pan. And to that pan, I'm simply going to put the heat up now. To that pan, I've added some frying oil, about 1 finger's thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my chips. I love making my chips on my own when I'm preparing a dip, because it's very simple to make and it ends up being very delicious too. So I have 3 tortilla breads, as you can see here, like the small ones, and I'm going to simply make triangles out of these. So a horizontal cut, a vertical cut. You can make these as big and as small as you like, but to me this size is quite perfect. So once my oil is heated up, I'm going to fry them. My oil is now ready. These tend to burn quite easily, so just watch out. About like 45 seconds in the oil will be more than enough. And once I see them nice and golden, I'm going to transfer it on a paper towel. And I do love frying stuff, but if you prefer, you can heat the tortilla breads in the oven or in a griddle pan and serve them as is. So this looks perfect. This is the color we want to see. If you keep it longer than that, it will burn. Pretty simple. What I do is I salt these right away so that they take the flavor of salt and they're nice and tasty when we serve them. So I'm going to let these cool down a little bit, and the chickpeas need about 10 more minutes, but I'm going to start making my hummus. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I use 1 clove of garlic, but it's quite large. So if you have small cloves, you can use 2. I add it in my blender here, and I'm going to add in some lemon juice, ½ a lemon. You can increase or decrease based on your taste, your preference. I love doing like this, so any seeds remain on the sieve. I'm going to blend this, and I'm going to let it wait for 2-3 minutes. What it does the lemon, the acid in lemon, cooks the garlic, kind of cooks the garlic and takes that potent taste of garlic. Like it kind of like softens it a little bit. Try it and you will understand what I mean. So let me blend it. And I'm waiting for 3 minutes exactly. It's now time to add in the tahini. I'm adding about 3 tablespoons. You can add between 2 or 3 based on your preference. I love tahini, so for me it's always more the better. More is more in this case. And I'm adding 1 tablespoon of cold water, which will help tahini distribute better. And again, I'm blending everything through. And now it's time to drain the chickpeas. A little bit of cold water. This one is filtered and clean, so that it's not too hot. And at this point, if you want it really silky, you can peel your chickpeas. They're quite easy to peel. What I do is if I see some peels there, I'll take them, but I won't go crazy over peeling each and every one of them. So again, it's up to you. And in goes the chickpeas. Spices, I'm adding some paprika, some red pepper flakes, some cumin, obviously, which is a must with hummus, some salt, black pepper, and a little bit of olive oil. I find it that a little olive oil makes it more silky. And now I'm going to blend this for about 4 minutes exactly. So I'm really going to blend it, which will help it make it silky and smooth too. And it's done. What I did was I did scrape down the sides as needed, and I also added about 2 more tablespoons of water so that it looks nice and silky like this. And now I'm simply going to transfer it to a plate. And if you really want it like super silky, even silkier than this, what you can do is you can sieve it. To tell you the truth, I don't really bother. I think it looks beautiful. And do always taste before you plate. If you need more spices, if you need more tahini, if you want more lemon, make sure you always have that. And once I have it on a plate, I will kind of flatten it so that there'll be enough space for me to get that guac in there. So hummus is done. Now it's time for guacamole. And for guacamole, here I have 2 avocados. Make sure that they're nice and soft. I'm going to simply cut them in half and scoop them out in a bowl like so. If you get an unripe avocado, you will have a very difficult time making guacamole. So make sure you get the softest ones from your market. They're quite difficult to find in Turkey, the soft ones. They're always really hard. So when I see a soft avocado, I make sure that it's going to be mine. I'm adding some lime juice here, about a tablespoon. I'm adding about 1/4 of a red onion that I've diced very finely. Some coriander, of course, which I absolutely love. I'm simply gonna chop it up as well. Some salt. And I'll mash everything up. And unlike hummus, I quite like my guacamole to have some texture. So I'm not going to puree it completely. I want that some chunky bits of avocado in there. I think this looks wonderful, but I am going to give it a taste. Maybe a little bit more of lime juice. I'm going to add. I like it quite nice and limey. And I think that'll do the trick. So what I'm doing now is simply I'm transferring my guacamole onto my hummus. In Turkish we say hummus. So it's difficult for me to choose between hummus and hummus, like so. Get some chunky bits of coriander on here so that it looks nice. If you have a Mexican chili, you can definitely chop some on here. You can add some jalapenos. I'm going to add in a little bit of more red pepper flakes. And now my favorite part, I'm taking in some tortilla, and as you can see, they've crisped up nice and well. They were quite soft, but as they wait, they get more crispy. Some guacamole, some hummus, and let's do this. Like, to me, this dish is something like so up my alley. You get the richness and the nourishing taste of hummus. You get the light guacamole on top, and with the crispy tortilla, when everything comes together, it's just crazy not to get in here and continue on dipping. The hummus is very nice and soft, and to me everything is to perfection. So I hope you guys do get into your kitchen and try GuacMus. I hope you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I share a lot of easy breezy beautiful recipes. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.